So last year a story came out and absolutely broke the internet where this police officer named Megan Hall was fired from her position after it came out that she was smashing multiple guys on the police squad. There were many stories and videos that went viral online. Of course the memes were in the thousands, and posts making jokes about her husband, and their life went viral on any social media you can imagine. In general, she got absolutely cooked by the internet for months, and in the last update we had in this situation, she went on a news segment to announce that she would be filing a federal lawsuit against the city of La Vergne.
What happened to me during my employment at La Vergne's police department, it should never happen to anyone. They isolated me, they shunned me, they accused me, and they blamed me for becoming a victim.
Now last time this was the initial reaction to this.
What does she mean by they blame her for becoming a victim? I mean, she did have sex with those officers. I don't understand what she means by a victim. Hopefully that's cleared up in the video. I mean, everyone's supposed to know this lady, but if you don't, you can Google her and you'll see. Also, I never thought I would even hear about her again, to be honest, because when the when everything happened, I really thought that, oh, she would probably be fired, and then after that, she would just go on to doing OnlyFans and just live her life. But
Information going viral.
Doing something while you're at work, I mean, for everybody else who goes to work, we're held to that same standard.
Jerry Howell says he was in disbelief when first reading the report.
I mean, yeah, they're on company time, they're using that taxpayer money, and they weren't patrolling the streets, they were patrolling some pussy.
It's just bad. It's like a stain, I guess.
Be a wake-up call for La Vergne, but also a wake-up call for our police department to take care of themselves.
And you guys will see here pretty soon that the entire department in La Vergne seems to be completely corrupt. Of course, like I said, she did the interview where she announced her lawsuit. And finally, this would be the outcome where she's now getting this $500,000 settlement.
As 5 officers and then the police chief all fired, the city then found itself facing a lawsuit filed by a former female officer. Well, tonight word comes the city has settled the case with a hefty payment.
Now, the good thing is, guys, when it comes to this payment, the taxpayers will not be footing the bill. And this apparently is going to be coming out of some insurance policy the police department has.
After that scandal, former police officer Megan Hall sued the city. Then tonight, over a year later, the city of La Vergne held a special meeting in which they decided they would pay out Megan Hall $500,000, officially ending that lawsuit.
I'm telling y'all, I think she could have got a lot more money.
It
Wow.
took less than 5 minutes.
No. Alderman Hobbs? Aye. Alderman Hobbs? Aye. Vice Mayor Dunn? Aye. Motion passed.
I get the feeling that they wanted to just pay her a good amount of money that they think should be comfortable with, to like just shut this whole thing down. Because once she accepts this $500,000, she cannot utter another word about any of this, because she has already been compensated for her lawsuit.
For the La Vergne city leaders to say yes, they'll pay former police officer Megan Hall $500,000.
I'm sorry, but can you guys even see that picture and just not laugh a little bit? Like, this shit went so viral.
What message is that send to all the other employees?
That you can sleep with the whole squad and also be $500,000
Rich.
richer.
Alderman Dennis Waldron was the only dissenting vote.
He's sending a message out to everybody in the world, said, come to La Vergne, sue La Vergne because they're going to settle.
So this man right here seems to be the only one that actually stood on business. Basically saying we're not gonna bow down to the feet of the local hoe.
Reports detail sex between officers on duty and on city property, intimate photos and videos shared among officers, and silence from the police chief.
And it's very likely that she was not the only female officer within
Right,
this
doing
department
that.
engaging in these type of activities.
No way.
I'm thinking that this problem was actually a lot more widespread. And so they probably just wanted the investigation to end before more and more shit was uncovered.
Right.
While I was
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I really believe they just paid her for her to shut up. That's what I think. And it's really insane to me that they actually paid her. Like, bruh, she was doing the do's while on duty, wasting government's time, resources, wasting taxpayers' money and resources, bro. Like, why do we need to pay you because we expose your crap and you feel bad about it? Like, why should we pay you for that? You are the one who fucked up, not us. But as Jeremiah said, like, the department could be fully corrupt, and um they just don't want the investigation to get bigger, and God knows what could, unfold or be discovered. So it makes sense why they would be so quick to pay her off, and I believe that she knew that, hence why she went that route. But
Aspiring to protect my community, the Laverne Police Department was not protecting me.
I mean, let's not act like you were some saint. You guys will see pretty soon here that she was quite complicit in all of this different sexual activity. I mean, the fact that her husband actually stayed with her after this whole scandal went public is just absolutely insane to me. Now, in her lawsuit, I found some very interesting information in regards to how all of this came about, and after reading the filing, I'm actually surprised that she didn't get more money because of the power levels involved, as well as the digital footprint of evidence the chief of the station left behind. In this situation, you really have four main players. Of course, you have Megan Hall, Sergeant Lewis Powell, Sergeant Henry McGowan, and most importantly, Chief Beryl Davis. And while these might be the four main people, keep in mind that she also had relations with him.
Once you go black, you never go back, man. Like, damn. Oh my. Yo, it's crazy. Most of the guys are black men. Oh my gosh.
Him, and even him. Now let me take you guys back to day one, where Megan Hall shows up excited to start her career as a 24-year-old married woman. She claims that from the very start, the chief in charge told her to lie about past mental health issues when they conducted a psychological evaluation on her during the interview process. She of course gets the job, and a bunch of other officers apparently start flirting with her right off the bat. The aforementioned Sergeant Lewis Powell was one of her supervisors, and this is apparently the first man that she would have a sexual relationship with. Apparently one morning he told her to go to the extra training office for some jujitsu lessons, and they ended up partaking in a whole nother workout. This relationship would continue for months, and out of all the guys that she would eventually be with, she definitely seemed to get the closest to him, and it sounds like he would even get possessive over her. Now word would obviously spread around the department that she was giving it up, and eventually she would go to a Memorial Day weekend party where she would apparently be the only woman invited. Well, by the end of the night, she hooks up.
What? She gets invited to a party and she's the only female there. Imagine her showing up and noticing that. Like, if you weren't into all of that, like, wouldn't you find that suspicious and like get out of there? Like, I wouldn't even ask any question. I would just dash, man.
With this guy, Officer Maglico, literally minutes after they put his wife to sleep while the party raged on. After having sex, they eventually get back into the hot tub with several other officers, and everyone watches them while he does wild things to her using his fingers. This news spreads all over the department. There were also explicit videos and pictures of her being passed around, and Sergeant Powell was apparently pissed. Hall claims this is when he really started to demand that she continue to be with him. At this time, Sergeant Henry McGowan would then allegedly offer her payment to create an OF page, as well as Feet Finder, where Hall says he wanted to watch her with other men. She also claims that Sergeant McGowan offered her a promotion to sleep with him, which she apparently did. So at this point, she's been with all kinds of guys, and everyone around the office knows it. They've even seen pictures and videos and whatnot to back it up. And this is where the chief comes in, pretty much the head honcho here, and things get crazy.
So the chief heard about what was happening and decided that, yo, he wants a piece of the meat, bro. Yo, that's fucking nuts, man. Like, it's like, yo, it's crazy to say this, but if you watch porn, man, like a lot of the scenes that they do in porn is not different from real life if you really pay attention to it. Because a lot of this, man, it just sounded like she went to some, I don't even know what they call it, but porn business or whatever. I don't know what they call it, man, but you know what I'm saying. Like you would go to one of those big channels like Brazzers or Black, or one of them. She probably went to Black, but it would feel like she got recruited for one of them, and bruh, like it's so fucking crazy, man. To think that all of that was happening within a police department. Look, I get it. Everybody has sex. Everybody loves sex. But for this level of shit to be going on, bro, this is just on a whole nother level, bro. It like, bro, you could make a whole triple X movie about all of this shit. Not that I'm condoning that, but damn. Yo, you cannot tell the difference between porn and reality these days because everybody is just getting on, man. Everywhere, anywhere, anytime, every time, all different types of ways. And now you have some weird shit going on, but I'm not even gonna touch into that.
Crazy. Understand the chief had a burner phone that he called Old Boy, where he would text Sergeant McOwen frequently. Chief Davis apparently got a picture of Hall sent to his burner phone, where she had Sergeant Lewis's foot in her mouth, to which he said, "Who dat?" Hall. Lewis. He on it again. He swears he ain't. She nor her husband took that picture. She has a tight little though. Yup. The chief would then go on to say, "The f Lewis saying to these hoes cause normal pimp shit ain't working. No fucking clue. He killing it. Maybe goody shit. Gotta be. I can't do it. Gorilla pimp. Only way I know. Does she talk to you? No. She's already getting too much attention. Oh, I see. It's all good. I saved her for the last time. I wish I could tell her who she's fucking can't do shit for her. I wish I could too. Then we could both play." So it sounds like both of these men wanted her attention badly and
Yeah,
felt they had more power than Sergeant
then this
Powell within the
guy.
department. Obviously, these text messages are evidence that he knew she was involved in a sexual relationship with one of her supervisors and chose to not do anything about it, which is a bad look when you're the one in charge. Over time,
Exactly.
Chief Davis continues to receive explicit photos and videos of Megan Hall to this burner phone. Megan even goes as far as to tell Chief Davis directly that she is scared of Sergeant Powell and his possessiveness over her. Still, the chief does nothing but begin to speculate on how to save his own ass. And then she still goes to a hot tub party with 3 male officers and dances around topless while they pour shots into her mouth. So despite her now formally complaining about these issues, she continued to put herself in these types of situations.
Exactly, bro. She put herself in the situation because ain't no way you are in a situation like that, right? You know everything that's going on. You make how many formal complaints or whatnot, and nothing gets done. But at the same time, even after going through the different experiences, you get invited to a party. You realize you're the only probably she even knew she was the only female that's gonna be there. She showed up and she just dove right into the festivities. And now you're gonna come and complain and file a lawsuit. But at the end of the day, like I said, like I really believe that she knew she could get away with the lawsuit, and that's why she did it.
Keep in mind, doing all of this while married. She was basically letting these men
I mean,
do
at
whatever
that
they
point,
wanted to
her husband was
on and
non-existent.
off the clock. Around the department, they knew an investigation was going to begin, and they seemingly wanted her gone. So Chief Davis terminated her after the behavior in the hot tub, with this story that obviously went super viral. So she then sues the city, the walls start coming down, and everyone starts getting investigated, and eventually Chief Davis and Sergeant McOwen are both terminated as well, with the burner phone text
Damn,
messages f***ing them in the end. After the
bruh. He fucked up when he fired her. Should have never fired her. What he should have done I mean, I don't condone this type of crap, but I mean, when you see a situation that you could have done better, and or like it would have been better to take something, I can't help but like play the devil's advocate. But listen, so the smarter thing would have been to like talk to her. You're the chief, so she's gonna hold you to a higher standard than those other guys because you run the precinct. So it would have made sense to just talk to her and try to get her to like calm down or pretend to whatever, or get rid of all the shit that was going around about her, like as it relates to like paper trail and all of that, text messages. It would be better if you had spoken to her, try to get rid of some of the evidence, if not all of it, and then try to, I don't know, nurture the relationship they have to a point where everything was steady, consistent, calm. So if he ended up making a big move like that, it would be a case where it would be like a smaller chance of her acting out because of it. But no, within the heat of everything, he decided that firing her was the best thing. That was the dumbest thing you could ever do, bro. It was better you would just try to wrap up as much loose end as you could in a way where nobody gets pissed off to go back and say your name or hand over shit, dirt that they have on you. Like, at least that's my perspective. Let me know how you guys would have approached the situation, or how you feel about all this, or what you think. And if you're watching and you're not yet subscribed, now is a great time to do so. Hit the subscribe button.
Investigation that got him fired, they would conclude Chief Davis was aware of inappropriate sexual activity between officers, including superior officers and subordinates, as well as the shockingly widespread sharing within his department of nude photos and videos of female officers. Chief Davis admittedly received some of these inappropriate photographs and videos. He never voluntarily disclosed doing so. Chief Davis never reported this activity to the city's Human Resources Department, nor did he discipline any of the officers involved. When Officer Hall was hospitalized on December 8th of 2022, after a self-deletion attempt by the way, Chief Davis did not report his prior knowledge of her sexual activity with Sergeant Lewis Powell. When Hall and Powell denied inappropriate activity during the initial investigation, Chief Davis did not disclose to Director Patton or others that he knew or even believed them to be lying. Finally, the documentary evidence available to us compels the conclusion that Chief Davis misled Director Patton in his January 6th interview, and that he misled this investigation in his January 23rd interview. We find, therefore, that by failing to report or discipline officers engaged in inappropriate sexual activity, withholding information from city officials, conducting the initial investigation, and facilitating a hostile work environment and the sharing of nude images of subordinate employees, Chief Davis impeded the initial investigation contrary to city policy and permitted, if not encouraged, conduct potentially contrary to state and federal law. We further find on the basis of the documentary evidence available to us that he impeded the city's January 6 investigation of his prior knowledge, and this investigation by untruthful responses regarding his text message correspondence with Sergeant McOwen. Now let's be clear here, to me this woman is far from a victim. At the end of the day, she was married, while happy to be the community bus, if you will. You know, everyone got their ride. Now with that being said, everyone in this situation seems to be a complete sack of shit as well. A lot of these people were married, some of them had children, like all the way from the top to the bottom, it looks really bad. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm surprised that she didn't get more money. Was she for the streets? Absolutely. But was there also a lot of evidence against people more powerful than her? Yes, there was, and in these type of situations, especially where the city is getting sued, a lot of times these payments are absolutely massive.
Right. I agree with Jeremiah. I really think she could have gotten more money. But at the same time, like I said, I believe that they offered her an amount that they think she would be comfortable with. Hence why, she got the settlement. But, bruh, like, everybody included in that was a piece of shit, man. Like, because of the fact that they had no respect for her. But then again, why would you show somebody respect when they don't display any for themselves? I don't know. It's crazy that her husband stayed with her, after this shit happened. But then again, it could be like Jack, you know, probably interested in cocktails or shit like that. Probably that's something that, you know, gets him going. But who knows? The situation was just really messy, man. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Definitely leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one.